watch digital racing content, or buy
have the
racing
schedule
accessories,
come up as soon as
visit
we
them
start.
through the link in the description.
Got you. Let's go. Have the schedule come up as soon as we start. Holy! This is the final round. Rather, not the final round, excuse me. 2 more races to go in this EDRS IndyCar Championship. This is the racing has been intense, and the experience has been amazing. But down to 2 races after this one. It's Road America, it's the EDRS IndyCar Championship, and I am your host, Immortalis Impartial, aka Always Impartial. Joining me today is our amazing streamer, Casper Fire War.
Hello.
But getting on with that, we are underway in a new type of in a rather more interesting qualifying. Today's qualifying is actually going to be condensed to a 15-minute session. And it's still a single session, but immediately after the 15 minutes, we're going to, I believe, go on a little break to shut down the server, prepare the cars, all of that, and then we'll be live here for the EDRS IndyCar Championship, the 9-car, meanwhile, going wide. Look to our previous winner. That previous winner currently Drift, having won 4 straight races in a row for DDP Racing. He is currently leading the championship. If we go to that as well, Cam 5 points behind him. It's gonna be interesting to see how those two get into it. But anyways, Dursert, if we get back to the live action, Dursert on his lap. Little bit laggy, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, guess who's joined us? It's our second commentator and the creator. Creator, how are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, Dursert coming in off of his outlap, crossing the line. And it's gonna be interesting to see how Dursert and the other guys respond to this new track. If I'm not mistaken, never run in IndyCar before. But alas, we will wait and see as Dursert goes a little bit wide. That's gonna be terrible for his lap. That's not what he needs, especially looking to claw back any points he can towards the end of the season. But meanwhile, more outlaps being set. As the first, I believe, official lap is going to be Drifting Flames with a 152.9. He's definitely going to be able to find some momentum there, and we have a car around. Going backwards too, I need to see who that is. That's Drifting.
Yeah, that's Drift.
Unfortunate for him. Blobcat goes fastest with a 126.1. Looking absolutely rapid in that number 10 machine. Blobcat goes fastest with a 126.1. Looking absolutely rapid. I need to have few names on so I can see who is doing what. Jonak goes 128.2. Eden Braswell going fastest with a 125.2. Both of those guys are rapid in the EDRS IndyCar NXT series race just a few minutes ago. Rebel going third. Sierra, he goes fourth.
Mebel there in that Indy next race was pretty fast here, gone a few incidents with other drivers, but I believe at the end they finished second, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Aiden Braswell. So far, your fastest guy on track with a 125.2. If we can go ahead and go to that number 13 EDRS onboard camera. Also, see the shaking of wheel does. The track has been pretty bad. As I'm looking down the order, not seeing anything. Oh, big mistake from the pole sitter.
Just out. At least he got a good lap in.
The lag causing him to crash out as we see the lead line here down the order. Anything from him. Decided to keep turning right into El Barrier, but quite unfortunate from him.
Yep, currently second Blob Cobb. I haven't seen them much, I think. And IndyCar, EDRS IndyCar series. Yep, finally the yellow comes out.
We'll
Took
see
long enough.
Yeah, we'll see if that's related to the incident with Aiden Braswell or if that's something completely different.
Now we're about to see as Blob Cobb comes near the area. Yeah, there's debris on the track. Had to clear him. And green's back out.
Green flag gonna be put back out. Blob Cobb going a little bit wide there. Definitely gonna lose him a little bit of time, but not much into that penultimate corner. But coming up the hill, under the Road America Bridge to the restart zone, cross the line, it's no improvement.
Yep, and another driver we had to watch. Cam in the championship fight is a little out of reach right now as Drift gets another win last week at Fontana. Ken has had a great season so far, held the points lead for quite a long time. Had a long stretch of D and Qs, I believe, where they didn't even show up to the races. And now they're going to run really wide here. They're turn 8, I believe.
Blob Cobb, same thing, but
no,
Cam
that was
does
turn
save
5.
the
Yeah,
point.
turn 5. Qs, I believe, where they didn't even show up to the
What
races.
either of those drivers
now they're going to run really wide
Blob
here.
going wide again.
They're turn 8, I believe.
Fortunate for him, not given a penalty, or rather given a corner cut, as you see on the Cam getting loose, but as you see on the leaderboard, Immortalis Impartial 5 corner cuts. That's from the session before this. But I digress from that. Back to the action here. So far, Aiden Braswell still your pole sitter, despite having to leave because of lag. He's back out on track, looking to get a new fastest time from him. Drifting and Cameron both not doing too well, as they still apparently need to warm up, even after Cam participated in the IndyCar NXT race.
Aiden Braswell there was a very fast car Fontana in the likes of Patrick Mahomes and drifting. They came close to the win at the end. I believe they were edged out by drifting. It was either them or Patrick Mahomes coming to the line.
Double, meanwhile, going second fastest with a 126.113. Just a few hundredths faster than Blob Cobb.
A little extra practice from the Indy Next race, preparing them for this one. They're in that number 11 Lapo Global IndyCar as they come down the Moraine sweep at a turn 4 into turn 5. Turn 5 right here is where we saw most of the action in the Indy Next series. Drivers piling into each other, sending each other in this corner, and there goes the number 11 Mebel there, really loose through turn 5.
Yep, you see just out of the little carousel, onto the final corner. Patrick Mahomes and Cam getting into it. Cam right behind Patrick Mahomes. Going to the inside, both of them cross the line. Cam's gonna go faster with a 126.3. Cam on the outside gets the move done with the momentum.
Big overtaking zone right here. We'll see in the race turns 1, 2, and 3. We're in turn 3 now. Going on to the Moraine sweep, you're gonna see a lot of people forcing each other, using as much track as they can. I do believe
also going fourth fastest with a 126.2. A lot of incidents coming up here as well. People going wide and getting stuck in that sand trap. Patrick Mahomes demonstrating beautifully that. Being overtaken by Blob.
some of these drivers just need to spread out a little more.
We saw the same thing happen during qualifying for the IndyCar NXT series. And during the pacing laps for the race. People just not spreading out.
Yeah, and if a driver in front of you makes a mistake, then it's going to be really hard to get past them anyways, because during qualifying you can't use push to pass, and you're also trying to put in a good qualifying lap, as are they, so it's going to be a really difficult situation for these drivers.
Yeah, most definitely. We still see Cam flying through the circuit, up the hill, under the Road America sign, through the restart zone, crossing the line, goes pole.
Very fast
going
lap.
second fastest as well, 124.9 for Cam. Question is, does drifting have a response?
This is the track where Cam is going to gain points in the championship point standings. Drift has the edge on ovals, but Cam has the edge on road courses, as we're seeing right now, as they try to claw their way back into championship title contention.
Yeah, Cam, absolutely rapid, but drifting 147.2. Not the best lap, not the ideal lap either. Definitely want to be seeing lap times in that 125, 126 range.
Just been pushing track limits way too much, which invalidates your whole lap. Also giving people issues in the Indy Next series. We'll see it right now as well. The Pug King hasn't even set a lap yet. I believe they did have an issue and had to pull it back into pit road though.
Now we also have a couple of rookies being signed. One of those being Jonat, currently 7th overall.
And Blob Cobb, I believe.
Up the hill, through the Road America sign, through the restart zone, crosses the
and
line. He goes
for drifting.
4/10 to the second, faster than Cam.
Yeah, that's
he loose. He stings it.
Said on the radio he's done pulling it back into pit road, so we'll see him go there. My goodness, drifting, proving he's a threat.
Lap.
Cam does improve a little bit on that last. No, never mind. They had a 124 before. My fault.
Yeah, just amazing lap from drifting there. Utilizing track limits in all the right places. Spins out. Is he gonna be? He's gonna be able to get it going, but here comes Jonat right behind him. We'll see if that impedes Jonat's lap. Most likely not.
Yeah, Jonat runs really wide.
A little bit wide. There goes drifting again. Drifting gonna let Jonat go by.
Jonat's been really fast for their first drive. Teammates with Mebel, who's also good on the board right now, looking to improve. Here comes Mebel out of turn 5 into turn 6. Around goes Aiden Braswell.
Ooh, unfortunate for him, but looking on board with that number 77, Lapo Global on board camera. You just see the wheel manipulation. Just making sure that wheel stays moving up the hill, through the road course, through the sign, in the restart zone. No improvement for Jonat. Drops down to 8th fastest. As his Delta does get a little bit of a faster lap, going 7th overall there. Drifting said, if I'm not mistaken, Drifting did say a couple laps ago he was going to pull it in the pit lane, but I don't think he has at the moment.
Yeah, he hasn't pulled it in. This is a qualifying lap he's doing right now. Right in front of him is Jonat. Jonat runs wide. Through goes Drifting.
Yeah, that just shows you the skill that Drifting has with passing. That was by me.
And Drifting there, as I said, Turn 5 is the most difficult part of the track for these drivers. Turn 12, which you're about to see out of the kettle bottoms here, this long back straightaway sort of thing, this massive downhill slope. You can't really see the corner right here as we see drift go through. So you kind of have to guess where you're going to brake and where you're going to accelerate going through that corner.
Yeah, definitely a difficult corner there. And some might even say that that last corner is a bit difficult, but drifting. About 30 seconds left, going through the road course sign. Through the restart zone, no improvement for him. Stays 4/10 to the second faster than Cam, his championship rival. Drifting, he's definitely getting another lap. So is Jonas. Aiden getting into it with Mebble. Mebble makes contact with him. Mebble gonna pull it off into pit road. Not gonna get another lap. Neither. Correction. Aiden Braswell shoved him. Neither is Aiden Braswell gonna get a lap.
Yep, and here comes Cam. Cam gonna try to beat Drift's time. Currently a second on the board, 1 minute 24 seconds, 0.9. As they go really good through turn 5. Let's see how they go through turn 6.
6, not too bad. Same as 7. Here they come to that tight turn 8. To avoid going wide, they do so beautifully. Into turn 9, you want to try to keep it close to that inside white line as possible. Getting a little bit squirmy there, going a little bit wide, but it doesn't lose him any time. Onto that back stretch that you talked about before. Again, you just gotta guess your braking marker. You can't see that turn. Cam, and absolutely steam his way through, locks up the tires a little bit.
Oh,
Goes off the track. Gonna let Blob through. Blob into the final turn. Pretty good turn up the hill. Over or under the underpass rather. Into the restart zone. Crosses the line. No improvement for him. That's his lap done. I'm gonna pull it into pit lane.
Patrick Mahomes is about to come through turn 8 in the carousel here on their final lap. I believe
Also pulling it into pit lane. Patrick Mahomes, that number 19. Horizon 5G. Absolutely beautiful. Gallagher scheme. Anyways.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has been a great driver in these last few weeks. As I said, good job by Fontana keeping in the top 3 mostly the entire day. Locking it up a little bit out of turn 12 through turns 13, coming to 14. And they might be pulling the pit road right now. Not sure.
Yep, he's gonna be pulling it into pit road. So unless we have any other people, and unless anybody else is coming through the course, then we are not gonna have any more
session's over.
Yes, that is the end of the session. Drifting gonna make an impressive pole position over Cam by just 4/10. But that's definitely gonna help him out. As I'm getting word from that. No, drifting went faster. Drifting at a 124.2 to Cam's 124.9. About 7/10 faster. Drifting at a 124.2 to Cam's 124.9. About 7/10 faster. You're facing the wrong way. You're facing away from the camera. Here. Anyways. It's me. Always impartial, aka Immortalis Impartial. With and the creator. Jumps off the little building. Always impartial, aka Immortalis Impartial. With and gonna jump off the building for whatever reason, but we're gonna ignore that. Going over the track layout, if we can get that up. Whatever reason, but we're gonna ignore that. Track information rather. This 4-mile track has 14 turns, 50 laps, and you saw it here. The qualifying lap time average of 124.5. average race lap time going to be or rather a second slower. Cars starting now to line up. A 124 and a half. Average race lap time going to be so we will get back underway here in a second. Trying to get into place here. Oh, okay. Okay, you know something? You know something? I have to personally say that drifting, especially with that qualifying, is gonna win this race. Make it 5 in a row. I have to personally say.
Here, Casper, refresh me real quick.
Especially with that qualifying, is gonna win.
But anyways,
Make it 5 in a row. Drifting in that drift designs number 31 looks amazing as always. Creator of this game, we just changed tracks, but the creator of this game, absolutely big, huge shout out to him. As push to pass is also going to be a factor here today. So we should expect to see some close racing, especially between the top two. As push to pass is also going to be a factor here today. So once Wheel Stamp will be standing by for that. So once Wheel Stamp will be standing by for that. And before anything else, I have to get your opinions. Who's gonna win this race?
I'm personally leaning on. I'm gonna lean on Drift. He knows how to win when he's on the pole in these situations where championship contender starting right behind them, Cam, is also battling for the championship points lead. They're gonna have a good day here at Road America. Another good pick would be Mebble, since they did do well in Indy Next. They do have that a little extra experience than the rest of these drivers. So yeah.
I would have to agree with you, Creator. I would have to say that Drifting definitely has a chance of making it 5 in a row. But Cam, clearly one of the best, if not the best, at road courses. It's going to be interesting to see what happens during this race as these drivers nearly are about to start their formation lap. While they do that, we're gonna once again go over the top 5 in the championship. If we can pull up that graphic, thank you. Rift holding a 5-point lead over Cam, but Mebble also has some ground to show has some ground to catch if he wants any chance at closing the gap between these top two. Third, with just 37 points separating him and Drift. Hydrax not been going up to much of these races. He is also looking to prove himself in this race. 42 points behind. And then same thing with Maverick. Just 3 points behind Hydrax. Those two could definitely get into it, but I don't believe that Maverick. Yes, he is. Urser in the 9. But anyways, he still wait for the start of the race and the start of the qualifying. Start of the race, start of the formation lap. I cannot talk. Anyways,
Here, Casper, you can bring me back.
Here we go. Start of the race, start of the formation lap. Anyways, once again, I'm partial. I've said that for the 3rd time now. Once again, he said that they were going to get started in a few minutes, but we will wait on that. He said that they were going to get started in a few minutes, but we will wait on
It looks like we are about to get going. We will be right back here in the EDRS Indycar series after a short intermission. This is me, Creator, and Immortal, See you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Mute
Fennec
desktop
said
audio.
that they were
Mute
about to
desktop
get
audio.
started. Yeah, mute desktop audio. And a very, very happy afternoon to you all. We're back here with the EDRS IndyCar Series here at Road America for round 10 of the EDRS Championship. I can't believe I'm saying this, but there's only 2 races to go this season. Anyways, we're getting underway here onto that long straight. Do you want to help me out here?
Yep. The Moraine sweep right now. Looking at our
Yep.
schedule, we are at round 10. 2 races to go. Next weekend, I believe that's round 11 at Nashville, and then round 12 at Luna Seca in California to round us out, if I'm correct. Can't really read it, but going to the field right now, pole sitter drifting, letting us off on our pacing lap. We will see a lot of pit stops today. Fuel strategy and tire strategy is going to be a big thing. Push to pass as well. You're going to want to save early and not use that until the very, very end, so you could just use on every single straightaway you need to. As we saw in the Indy next race, some drivers just used it way too much early and ran out of it at the end.
Yep, we're getting to hurry downs now. A little bit of a left to right turn here. Going onto the carousel. That massive sand pit out on the outside of turns 9 and 10. You definitely don't want to find yourself there.
Yep, we'll see a lot of drivers have issues there. It's at such a weird angle where you don't have enough tilt on the track, or banking. Thank you, banking. You don't have enough banking to full send it, or at least put a little speed in the corner without spinning out. It's kind of banked outward towards the sand, so very difficult spot for these drivers. We'll see people spin in the sand all day.
Not getting into the kink. And it's going to be Kettle Bottoms in turn 11A. In Canada corner into turns 13 and 14. That will be a lap around Road America.
Road America, pretty old track here. We'll see a lot of drivers hit bumps. In the Indy next race, we had a lot of those bringing out cautions. So hopefully it's a little better here. As we approach turn 12, restarting in the front straightaway, only a few corners away. Mortal, any last words before we go green?
Yep, it's definitely going to be an interesting race. That teal flag being displayed. 2 leaders, Drifting and Cam. It's definitely going to be an interesting race. You're going to be hearing me say this a lot, but into turn number 14 of this circuit, onto that long front stretch. Cam starting to jump a little bit. There's getting double filed now onto the long front stretch.
Yep.
Up the hill.
Our
Up the hill
two
they
championship contenders, P1 and P2, starting inside outside air Road America, coming to the restart zone. Drift controls it.
Yup, getting to that purple line, into the green. Green flag in the air. It's a good start
Great
from Cam.
start.
Same thing with drifting. Going into turn number 1. Drifting and Cam side by side. A little bit of a bump from drifting to Cam. Gonna send him a little bit wide, but Cam takes the lead here. But strategy's definitely gonna be in play here. Cam going wide. So is Blob. So is Dursert.
Cam escapes.
Drifting also losing a few spots. Down to about 5th or 4th or 5th here. Trying to claw back every corner he can. Blob going wide. Same with Dursert. Cam still holding the lead here.
Yep,
It
going
looks
up
like
to
so far in this first lap, Cam is being a Sergio Perez as we have a few spin behind. They keep it going the right way. But Cam being that Sergio Perez, not the best qualifying pace, but his race pace definitely more improved. Era being
watch
sent
Aiden
wide.
Braswell overtake Dursert there. Dursert in that bright yellow car, and we do have a tire out. I believe that is for Mebel. Left rear. He's going to pull it back into pit road. He spins out in turn 12.
Drifting and Blob going wide into 13. Rather into the into 13
car, and we do have a tire out.
Cam.
I believe that is for Mebel.
Cam on lap
Left
2.
rear.
Gonna
He's
lead us
pull
to
it back
lap
into pit-
3. Dursert behind him. Then is that number 13 EDRS machine.
Yep, currently in the lead. Cam is escaping, proving their road course dominance.
Yep, caution flies. We'll have to get a replay on that as we go to the replay booth. Sponsored by Z-Sports.
Car, and we do have a tire out. I believe that is for Mebel.
But we'll see
Left rear.
what causes
He's gonna
it.
pull it back into pit.
Yep, it's Mebel. Just loses the rear, or rather loses the front end, sending him into the wall. Quite unfortunate for him.
Track
Drifting
bumps
dropped
are
down
really
to
gonna mess people up here.
Yeah, drifting also dropped down to 4th from that. Pug going a little bit wide. Gonna keep it going the right way. Get it back into track limits. The whole shebang. Anyway,
Yeah, and we're seeing Aiden Braswell, Dursert, and Cam pick up positions 1 through 3 as we come towards the secondary restart zone. Restarting just near turn 11 over the sign, or under the sign, my bad.
first restart on the second zone. Yeah, but getting under that Speedville sign. Cam is going to be looking to, in the carousel, Cam is going to be looking to get an amazing start.
Dursert there in second. Gonna have to keep up with Drift and Aiden Braswell, two very talented drivers behind him. And coming to the restart zone, presented by Z-Sports.
Yeah, looking to break the streak of drifting. Cam getting to that restart zone. We're gonna go to the other restart zone.
Yeah.
Caution is still out at the moment.
We're waiting for Mebel and who's that? Patrick Mahomes and Mebel still not with the field. Will be restarting in the front straight.
Yep, drifting having some issues, falling all the way back to the rear of the field as we're about to get started here. Cam into turn 12. Yep, turn 12 into 13. Into turn 12. Yep, turn 12. They're having to be reset as well. Dursert, he started about mid-pack up to second behind Cam, but into 14 onto the front stretch. Cam looking to get a good start, keep Dursert and Aiden behind, but into 14 onto the front stretch. A few moments of silence before that restart. Up the hill. Under the overhead. Into the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Damn, with a good start. Durser gonna hold up Aiden behind. Yep, Braswell to the outside. Green flag in the air.
And here comes drifting.
Yep, drifting, looking to the inside of Aiden. Gonna get the move done. Somebody's spinning behind them.
Yeah, that was
I believe that was. Yep, that was
No.
Jonat. Gonna fall all the way down the order. But getting back to this battle between Drifting Flames. Here comes Bug King. Bug King gonna send Drifting wide. Not sure what the official's gonna do about that, if anything at all. Drifting still in fourth position. Looking to get past Aiden here. Aiden and Durser both going wide a little bit into the carousel.
Drifting has a better carousel than Aiden. No, he's gonna spin.
He's gonna keep it going the right way. Gonna lose a little bit of time, but not too much. Aiden and Durser both going wide a little bit into the carousel.
Drifting has a better carousel than Aiden. No, he's gonna spin.
They're smoking up behind Jonat. Not good for him.
No, he's gonna spin.
Jonat gonna use, if I'm not mistaken, Jonat gonna use one of his resets. Yes, he is. Not what Jonat needs, as Cam from Durser, now from Pug King, gonna be your top four.
Oh, and his spinner. It's gonna be the Pug King.
Ooh,
Almost
Neville
collects
getting up into the air a
Neville.
little bit. Gonna keep it going the right way. Pug King also gonna keep it going the right way. Not sure why the stickers say that drifting is allowed now. Gonna be your top four. But
As you
Aiden
can
Braswell
see-
looking to the
Oh,
inside
and
of
his
Durser.
spinner.
Not gonna find a move there.
Yeah, big
Into turn
spin there.
6, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, and his spinner. And back up to the lead. Cam isn't able to escape as much. Still has that orange car of Durser right behind.
There goes
Into
Aiden
the
Braswell
sand.
into the sand.
Yep. We're drifting.
What did I
is
say
gonna look
just
to
before the
capitalize.
first race start? As here comes Durser, sailing past Cam, taking the lead.
Without using any push to pass either. And
Yep,
he's
but the
gonna run it
question
wide. Be
Ooh.
asked to let off, likely by the officials.
Question remains: Is this a strategy call from Cam, or did Cam actually not have the pace to keep him behind?
Definitely just not having the pace. You get a lot of draft through that section that the overtake happened in the kettle bottom. So that was most likely the cause. Going wide is gonna be Durser. Loses position to Cam. Durser's still there. Gonna have a better corner than Cam. Through another straightaway. This time through the Moraine sweep. Turn 4 under the bridge. Aiden Braswell trying to catch back up as well. Going back to drifting in P4. Currently fending off. Looks
Cam
like
sends-
Club.
Cam sends Durser up
No.
wide into the 6th turn. He's gonna have a little bit of a gap, and Durser's still looking to keep Aiden behind. As drifting getting past Blobcat in a pretty good fashion. Now looking to
that's,
get past Aiden Braswell.
That's Jonat in the 10. I'm sorry, Jonat. Right behind Drifting. Drifting's gonna try to fend him off. It's hard to block in these cars. Drifting does get away.
Yep, that is Blob.
And oh, up and over, upside down goes Durser. Through, out of turn 12.
Definitely gonna be a caution. Caution is out.
Oh, up and massive
over,
flip.
Cam almost went into the pit lane. Able to keep it out. Like you said, massive flips for that number 9 of Sierra, aka Delta. Not what
Yeah.
he needs.
Was contending for the lead and hit a track bump and just flew up and over there.
Yep, in the NXT race, I did the same thing. I hit a track bump coming off of turn 14, and that just completely, well, coming into the turn rather. That just completely ended my race. These track bumps definitely gonna be causing problems. I'm gonna find his way up into the top 3. Is Aiden Braswell gonna say it's time to pit? Maybe it is time to pit. Maybe trying to trick guys behind.
Only driver trying to catch up is here. That's Sierra, otherwise known as Delta, if I'm correct.
If that is correct.
Oldfield's back where we used to be. Secondary restart zone. Just in turn 11 this time. Actually, last time we did it because Patrick Mahomes and Neville was catching up. And now we're seeing a resurgence of a driver we haven't seen up here that much today. Looks like Mebel has had some spots in the top 5. Will be restarting 5th.
You can also gotta look at drifting, making progress back up into P3.
This just isn't drifting's type of track. So he's just having to battle against himself, really, to keep Cam in the championship points, or in his grasp in the championship points. He's just having to battle against himself, really, to keep Cam in the championship points, or in his grasp in the championship points.
Coming into the carousel, you see that big purple square on the secondary restart zone. Starting it. Purple flag not displayed now. You see that big purple square. Rather the teal flag. Starting it. I think we're still waiting for somebody to catch up. I'm not sure who at the moment.
And no, I think it's just letting them do pit stops. Caution's just been caught at really awkward spots.
Yeah, teal flag is out. So it's gonna be that primary restart zone. Yeah, teal flag is out.
Noticing through the field, Jonat has 181 seconds to push the pass, so as Blob Club. So both of them are going to have to save a little more. They've been using it way too much here early. Cam has only 183. And Drift saving yet again 200 push the pass. We saw that at the streets of Detroit. He saved his push the pass at the end. He didn't even use a drop. And he was still leading the entire race.
Yeah, but he was also in a position quite similar to this. The top 2 completely dominant the entire race, but just at the end, drifting rather, gonna fail past both of them. Getting to the primary restart zone start. Purple flag. Now, green flag in the air? Question mark?
Yeah, Cam with a great start. They control the restart. That means they get an advantage. Aiden Braswell trying to catch up. They're already doing so. Very bad turn for Aiden Braswell.
And I think Jonat had a little bit of an incident with that number 19 in the back, but they keep it going the right way.
Yeah, Drift getting put side by side by Durser, who was just up and over, upside down. Durser overruns the corner. Drift's going to get through fine. I believe that's Mebel there in that Lapo Global car. We do have a driver around in the back, I think. Did save it. Lots of issues for Mebel, going all over the place.
They're going 3 wide. That number 11 gonna be sent almost around, able to keep it going. Mebel loses his tire.
Mebel just having a terrible day so far.
Not what that number 11 Lapo Global car needs.
Yep, Aiden Braswell side by side for the lead through Cam, going through the Canada corner. Cam holds the lead. Holds the lead. Aiden Braswell trying to take it back. Looking at Aiden Braswell
close
here.
The gap between Aiden and drifting. Cameron gonna run wide. So definitely is Aiden a little bit, but gonna both keep it going the right way.
Definitely some draft implications here. Aiden Braswell caught up very close to Cam without using any push to pass. And Cam's starting to have to push a little harder here to keep Aiden Braswell behind them. And Drift,
Oh, but here comes
looking
drifting.
for Aiden Braswell. Won't get it there.
Drifting on the inside. Just didn't have the momentum at the time. But Aiden looks like he might make a move on Cam within the next few laps.
Yeah, here he comes. Side by side for the lead into turn 6. Aiden Braswell takes it. Coming to the hurry downs, another overtaking zone coming up. Turn 8. Here comes Cam. Gonna put it to the rear bumper of Aiden Braswell. Cannot take the spot. Carousel. Another big overtaking opportunity.
Yep, Aiden definitely defended beautifully coming into the carousel.
Drift now in the mix.
Yep, almost gave time to Cam, but Cam looking to keep drifting behind.
Yeah, here comes Drift. What a great corner. Aiden Braswell hits a track bump. Drift side by side with the points rival in the EDRS Indycar Series Championship. Drift cuts it a little too far to the inside.
You see it. The two rivals 1-2 now. Aiden Braswell losing 2 positions. Now looking to get past Drift. Drift's not going to let him as both of those drivers run wide.
Yeah, Drift, what a good corner. It almost gets to the bumper of Cam.
Onto the Moraine Sweep. Cam still keeping those 2 behind.
Yeah, looking in the back here, looking at Patrick Mahomes. Going side by side with, I believe, that's the Pug King. Yes, Pug King has some big damage. They're just going to spin themselves out. They're going to be asked to pull it back into pit road.
Back to the front. Nurser's almost starting to look on Aiden Braswell.
Yeah, here comes Drift. Going to put it to the rear bumper of Cam for the lead. Cam still has it. Drift to the inside, outside, through the kink. Drift and Aiden Braswell are both going to have a run at Cam. Aiden Braswell and Durst are looking to get past Drift, which is holding them up. Too wide for that position back there. Through this corner.
To the inside.
Kept it really clean.
A moment, but it looks like Aiden's going to help. No, Aiden's going to help Durst going wide into the final turn.
Oh, big contact for Aiden Braswell.
Aiden Braswell goes around. Bobcat now looking for second on Aiden Braswell. Drifting.
Big contact for Aiden Braswell.
But it looks like Aiden's gonna help. No, Aiden's gonna help.
See that this battle has been
going
brewing.
Wide into the final turn.
Oh! Blob Clob, and he creates that contact there. Blob Clob in the 10 now, gets second from Drifting. Drifting starting to fade a little bit here. Blob Clob will be looking at Cam.
Yep, definitely. But here comes Drifting. Might even have the momentum here at the moment. That gap starting to close a little bit to Cam as well. Could make this a 3-way battle for the lead. Blob Clob goes wide. Not going to cost him any time. A little bit of a smoke causing some lag. Not a whole lot, though.
Yeah,
yes, there
we
is
do have debris.
In the carousel.
Yeah.
Completely off the racing line, so most likely the official is going to keep it green.
Blob Clob is using way too much push to pass for being so early in this race, already down to 168. They used it there, and they didn't even get the lead back from Cam. So better strategy is going to have to go into this 10 car for them to have a shot winning. Here they come to Cam again. Drifting's going to try to overtake. We do have a caution.
Drifting also going to dive into the pit lane, if I'm not mistaken, similar to the NXT race. There's going to be one mandatory.
Oh!
Drifting hits the cone! That's definitely going to cost him. Durst also coming in. Durst doesn't hit the cone.
Yep, caution was for debris on the outside of the carousel. Me and Immortal talked about that. We will see some big pit strategy implications come here. Just race once out. Durst in that first box. Yeah.
That was Mebel losing that front wing and that front left tire.
Yeah,
Quite
Mebel
unfortunate for that driver.
They had the Indy Next driving experience at Road America, and it didn't even matter. They're just gonna use a reset. We
So,
haven't heard much out of Donut today. Jonat today.
yeah, Mebel's not going to be allowed to take a pit stop.
Back to the field. Cam holding off so far. 39 to go here at America. We will be using that second restart zone since pit stops were allowed. And the field is catching up. And Immortal,
like you
who
said.
do you think has been driving the best so far? Been the most clean? I'm personally leaning towards Cam. They haven't had to battle their way back up, so a little bit of a break for them.
Yeah,
But,
despite drifting, having fallen down the order early in the race, he has clawed his way back up and done so very, very cleanly. And so my pick would have to honestly be that that number 31 drifting designs machine.
Yeah, it's been a great race so far. These road courses, honestly, usually have more cautions than the ovals, which will be a surprise to many. But if we go all the way back to the first race, we had a ton of cautions. Only 3 drivers finished the race.
Yeah, not what anybody expected from that race. But
Yes, St. Petersburg was a graveyard for these drivers.
the Cam's definitely gonna be needing to pit here soon. Coming to the restart zone. Cam looking for that purple flag and the green flag. And green flag is in the air. Cam with another beautiful start.
Yeah, they just catch everybody else off guard. Big
Yep,
contact in the back.
He's going to be looking to break that 4-race win streak of Drifting Flames. So far, it looks like he might do it, but remember, he still has to pit. If I'm not mistaken, 1 mandatory pit stop for these drivers to switch from their current tire to the other tire.
Yeah, we do have a spinner in the back. Who is that? Looks like it is Sierra Delta, the 22. That is going to have to use their 1 free reset without going to pit, or their 1 reset available. Jonat scored a lap down.
The Durser going to be in the pit lane. Same with Mebel. Both of these guys have been having decent races, but I think Mebel sped, so he might have to serve a drive-through penalty.
Yep. Since you are allowed to overtake going into pit road, that creates for a big chance for you to speed going into it, since you're not slowing down enough, hence the battling. But they will both cleanly get back to the field. Another use of that second restart zone is likely.
Yep, seal flag being displayed to the drivers now. That's definitely going to be a good sign for them to get back racing. Those 2 Lapo Global cars right next to each other.
Road courses tend to be a mess, as the championship point standings, Mebel trying to maybe make a run at Cam's, and if Cam does poorly in the next few oval races, I don't think that's a chance anymore, as they're doing pretty bad here today at Road America so far.
Up into 3rd, Drifting Flames after pitting, dropping down the order. Just behind Pucking, who has no front wing. Not sure if the officials are going to make him go in and get a front wing, but last, he waits for the restart zone to come up. We are now into just before the carousel, so that's turns 7 and 8 from Hurry Downs into the carousel. We have debris on the track. Drivers having to avoid it. Cam does so. So does Pug. Drifting,
Yes,
I believe, also did so.
We will likely be using that front stretch restart zone since we are on the teal flag. Nope, we're going to restart here.
Oh, purple flag, green flag in the air. Cam with another beautiful start.
Yeah, Cam definitely had an advantage there since it was teal flag, and then it went instantly to that purple flag. Great
But
day
Drifting
so
looking
far for
on
Cam.
Pucking for second. Pucking
What a
no
corner
front
by
wing, and we
Pucking.
have a spinner behind. That's Mebel and Jonat.
The 2 teammates.
Both Lapo Global cars around. Gonna cost them dearly.
purple flag. Great.
But
Yeah,
Drifting
they
looking
just
on
were a lot
Pucking
got
for
together in that really
second.
tough Canada corner.
Pucking
What a
no
corner by
drop. And we
Pucking.
have a
Oh, break for those two. Back to the race. Running wide is the Pub King, so is Drift. Drifting looking to catch up to leader. Has had the chance many times, just hasn't been there. They've recently just used 1 second to push past, probably an accident. Pub King right up front, looking for the leader. Here comes the Pub King, using that push to pass right now, down to 157 seconds. Big mistake by the
Go
Pub King.
wide. That's gonna give Drifting the advantage to try to
Another
get past
caution.
him in a second. Yep, caution's out. That's the
What do you know it? It's Mebel.
That's gonna give Drifting the advantage to try to get
Mebel
past
again.
him in a second.
Can't seem to keep it straight for a single lap, this lap of global number 11. And I'd expect maybe some drive-through penalties going to these drivers who are causing incidents like these in the Indian X race. Lots of drive-through penalties.
Yep, no luck for either Jonat or
Oh yeah, Patrick
or
Mahomes as well.
Drifting. Or rather,
Patrick
no
Mahomes.
luck for either Jonat or that other type of global car.
Yeah, that being Jonat there.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes lost her tire. I'm not sure how that happened. Mebel and pit red as well. Just resetting, and we will use that second restart zone. Caution fest early in this race.
Kevin, the 19 didn't respawn his car in the respawn zone, so we'll see what happens. Is he's gonna speed off of pit road again? We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I think they won't penalize him for that. He's basically inside the box. Not too far off. Going back to leader, Cam has had great restarts.
Multiple. It just shows you how good he is at these road courses.
And this road course in particular is very tough. Like this section right here, very tight, sweeping rights and lefts into the final corner. Not much room on the track, as you can see, only 3 car lengths in diameter from left to right. So we go up the hill to the restart zone.
Feels like gonna be out onto the front stretch, out of the final turn. Damn. Looking for another beautiful restart. Up the hill, under the overpass. That's a tongue twister. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyways, I digress. Purple flag into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Cam, another beautiful restart. They're 3 wide behind them.
That's Dursert there, backs out. Good decision by him. Pucking's me looking at Aiden Braswell as well, looking for drift. Drifting all over the place. And oh, big hit, big collision. Around goes.
Pucking.
I'm trying to Pucking,
That's
yeah.
Pucking.
The 55. That's Dursert there,
Aiden,
backs out. Good
looking
decision by him. Pucking's me
to
looking
the
at
outside
Aiden Braswell
of
as well, looking
drifting,
for drift.
switches to the
Drifting
inside,
all
backs
over the
out of it,
place.
but here
And
comes Blob. Same thing, Sierra. Here he comes. Not the restart that Aiden Braswell needed. Drifting Flames back up into second, meanwhile. Looking to get past that leader as here comes Blobcob in that number 10 machine.
Yeah, Blob Clop's gonna put a little on his bumper there. Very violent wreck again for the Pub King. Probably the most violent we will see all day. Just insane. Caught airtime, went straight into the wall, maybe the fence.
Yep, losing his right front tire, rather his left front tire.
Cam is just on fire, miles faster than Drifting Flames car has been. Drifting Flames a little loose, exiting the final corner.
And like I said, Cam, just like that Sergio Perez. They're not the best qualifying, but definitely.
Oh, around goes Blob Clop into the wall. Just way too loose in turn 1. Going through turns 2 and 3 now. They do save it, preventing us from yet another yellow flag. And back up as Drifting Flames tries to get the lead.
Again, Cam needs to pit. He has not yet pit, and so it's just a matter of time until Cam pits.
Yeah, and Drifting did pit, so they're gonna have to manage everything much better than Cam here to have a shot on winning, since Cam has been faster and will be faster at these road courses. There's one road course to close out the season at Laguna Seca in California, one oval as well next weekend at Nashville. So the stakes are getting higher as the season comes to a close. Drifting Flames getting even more there.
You know what we should do? I believe that we should have some singer who lives in Nashville. Drifting coming into the pits again, but we should have some singer from Nashville come to the race in Nashville and have race.
Yeah, drifting there in pit road, side by side. Gonna look at this battle. It's Mebel's teammate Jonat and
Blob
Club. Side by side. Yeah, lots of new faces today, including these two are battling right now for P4. Jonat, or no, P3, I think.
Drifting
P4.
down to P6. Might even fall a little bit more down the order.
Yeah,
But we'll
not
see here in a
sure.
second.
Not sure why drifting pit. Cam hasn't even pit, and they haven't made a stop all day. Drifting already made their stop earlier. Aiden Braswell trying to capitalize. Another driver who pits in drifting cycle earlier. Gonna look. I do not believe
Aiden Braswell was
anybody.
also in the lead for a small part of the race. So it's just going to be interesting to see if Aiden Braswell can get back to the point here.
Yeah, there are 3 drivers on those alternate tires. That's Durst, Mebel, and Blob Clob, to name a few. Patrick Mahomes as well. So tire compound game is going to come into effect here. Sierra also on those alternate tires.
Another lap, Cam doesn't go into the pit lane.
Tire compound game is going to come. Yeah, they're pushing
Miles
as long as they're
ahead of Sierra, rather Durser in third.
Cam may be going for a 1-stop, maybe 2-stop strategy here. Most of the other drivers would be around 3 stops, but Cam trying to make it just a 2-stop strategy. Power in America here. Yellows will help.
Cam now down to 180 seconds of push to pass. He's definitely been saving that. 59 percentiles with about 1,300 liters, I would believe that is, of fuel remaining.
Oh my goodness. Patrick Mahomes upside down into the wall. That is just after turn 1. They're not going to call the yellow. I'm not sure. Patrick Mahomes upside down into the. That's probably going to be a.
Looking again, gonna have to pit. It's the same thing, no front wing, and this time he lost his left front tire.
Yeah, there is a driver upside down right now, so we're likely going to get the yellow.
Same thing, no front wing, and this time he lost his left front tire.
Yeah, there is a driver upside down. Yeah, there we go. Finally, that took way too long.
That's definitely gonna help drifting try to get 5 race wins in a row. Such a dominant form drifting had in the past few races.
Yeah, these pacing laps are going to help Cam stay out even longer. Latest winner drifting, driving for DDP Racing. Last race they won was Fontana, as you can see at the bottom. 4 in a row so far, absolutely insane. Winning margin at Fontana was by inches. Currently first in the championship points position there. And yeah, great job by him.
Yep, last week's win, he had to start from the pit lane. Not having to, starting from the point. This week. Yep, last week's win, he had to start. As we do prepare to get back racing. Not sure whether almost going too wide.
Yeah, current leader Cam just putting on a show. When you just have one more oval left, Cam's just gonna have to put all into the next race at Nashville. That's round 11, round 12, Laguna Seca. It's a little bit of a breather for them, another road course. So next round, next weekend is gonna be all important for this numbers 15 car of Cam.
Now, you mentioned it. Cam, absolutely dominant on road courses. We've seen that in Detroit. We've seen that here. Might even see that at Laguna Seca. But drifting been absolutely dominant most of the season. 4 race wins in a row, like you mentioned. Can he make it 5 here? Green flag is here, meanwhile.
Cam, another great start.
Yep.
And oh, a driver already. I believe that's the Pug King getting onto the back of Jonat there. Drifting, stuck in the back with Cert Pug King. As Cam tries to escape from Aiden Braswell. Aiden Braswell not letting Cam escape as much as he did last restart.
Drifting getting ahead of the Pug King, meanwhile.
Pug King pulls into pit road, so is Cert. We're going to have to watch them too. None of them speed. Going back to the lead, Aiden Braswell right there.
Cam still needs to pit. He has not pit. And there's 31 laps to go here.
Hell, maybe even a one-stop strategy.
Definitely.
If I was Cam and if you're going to try to push this
Double
car,
overtake for drifting, meanwhile, getting ahead of Jonat and... crap. Getting ahead of Jonat and Delta.
Yeah. Apologize to the stream. There are like a lot of cars that look the exact same. Going up to drifting. Trying to catch up to these leaders. He's on a heater of a lap right now. It's Aiden Braswell, Blob Clop, and Cam battle for the lead. Drifting is there. Great line through the carousel. Gonna try to catch up. Back up to the Blob Glob. Now appearing in third. Having a great day of their own. Leader Cam trying to hold back. A little bit of a spinner in the back. I think that was Jonat. Yeah, Jonat. Anyways, going back up front. Cam holds on.
Drifting's also starting to look on Blob, try to eliminate the drivers. Cam finally pulls into the pit lane.
Yeah, we're going to have to see where this cycles out relative to the other drivers who pit earlier.
It's going to get drifting up in a second. Aiden to the point. Blob Cobb moves down to third. But here comes drifting on Aiden. Going to lose time as he did run wide a little bit into T1. Aiden doing the same. Not going to lose him any time.
Yeah, all three of these cars up front are evenly matched. Blob Club starting to lose a little bit of time. Aiden Braswell holding his own very nicely here through the Kettle Bottoms. Or Morning Sweet.
Drifting almost on the rear bumper of, or rather the rear of Aiden Braswell, all over that gearbox. But there's still 30 laps to go here. Drifting starting to look for a move into the carousel. Decides again.
At 30 to go, Aiden Braswell escapes. Great carousel by Aiden Braswell. Drifting's right there, having to use way more push-to-pass than they would like. 175 seconds left. Other drivers, like Sierra or Delta, have 131 seconds left, so maybe not so bad.
Drifting almost to the inside. Aiden's gonna stay ahead.
Yeah, here comes drifting through the technical last or final sector of the track. Gonna put his bumper on the rear bumper of Aiden Braswell, maybe side by side down the front straightaway.
Oh, Drifting gonna keep the 19, or rather the 13 ahead of him.
Yeah, really bad entrance to that corner by drifting. Braked earlier to get a better exit, but still did the exact same thing Aiden Braswell did anyways, which is not what you want to do in second. You want to have a better line, not the exact same. And looking at third, it looks like we do have Sierra right there.
Oh, drifting to the inside! He's gonna look good!
And drifting. Right behind Aiden Braswell, drifting, looking for this spot. He's been battling Aiden Braswell through many laps so far. Both of them are going to have to make a pit stop here in a few laps or so. Aiden Braswell escapes another great carousel for that EDRS machine. Sierra also in the mix. 3 cars going down Kettle Bottoms now. It's one of the harder portions of the track. Drifting, trying to send it low to get to the side of Aiden Braswell. It's going to work. He's going to close that gap even more, down to 2 car lengths. Aiden Braswell's in reach. Drifting, trying to do another great job through another corner. Aiden Braswell overshoots the final corner of the racetrack, turn 14, and Drifting is on the point. Gonna look at Sierra there as well.
Good for him, and good for Sierra as well. Gonna get his way to second. Drifting gonna go.
Oh!
Not gonna stop him.
Sierra around.
Yeah, that's not gonna lose him any time.
Mebel there trying to overtake third.
Now, I'm up to 5th as we have a look at the last lap times. Drifting, if I'm not mistaken, no. Drifting not the fastest. It's gonna be Sierra in 3rd. Don't count him out of this battle. Mebel looking to the inside, gonna get the move done.
Mebel trying to redeem themselves. Drifting in control. Aiden Braswell in 2nd. Cam is starting to catch them, surprisingly. Not the greatest last lap time, but he is not too far behind. I believe he will be in contention to overtake both the leaders if he continues this pace. Leaders have to pit as well, so if I was drifting, I go full send and no saving at all until you have to make your pit stop to keep that gap between Cam there and Braswell starting to lose time.
If I would do
we
so,
do have a stop car.
Patrick Mahomes around.
Caution will come out.
Caution's definitely going to be out on the inside of the turn. That's Patrick Mahomes. 27 laps to go. I believe Patrick Mahomes complaining about lag.
Oh, yeah, he's just going to he's on the track. Debris everywhere. Caution comes out. And a great job by Cam with that fuel strategy. He's going to pull into pit road again for good measure. And while that was happening, I believe another driver went into pit road. Who is that? That's Aiden Braswell.
Rebel finds himself up to 3rd behind Sierra, who's behind Drifting.
Yep, great job by Drifting for holding on as long as he did. Was able to finally get the line he wanted and did escape. They're in 2nd. Haven't seen anything out of them today. Actually, no. Is that Sierra? No, that's Sierra. Never mind. I thought that was Pug King. And yeah, the reason it took so long for that yellow is because they were trying to move Patrick Mahomes out of the way to avoid a yellow, but it was just not possible, and that's why his car popped up and debris went everywhere. Anyways, back up to the front. Mebel in 3rd. Has to pit. Anyways, back up to the front. Mebel in 3rd. Has to pit.
Braswell in 4th position, as I'm being told in my ear. It definitely has the pace to get into the lead of this race. Durser 6th, Lobcobb 7th, Donut 8th, Patrick Mahomes 9th, and Pug King rounds out the field. Yep, and again, I'm being told in my ear, Pug King, you're only DNF'er here.
Yeah, Pug King, tough day for them. Had damage through much of the middle portion of this race as we're about to reach the halfway point. Shout out to C Sport, C Media for bringing you coverage of today's events and much other row racing events, including next weekend. The Round 11 at EDRS Indycar Series at Nashville Fairgrounds. I don't know what Blob Clog's doing. Anyways, back to you, Mortal.
And again, shout out to the leader of the race, Drifting Flames, for making this game so that this series would be possible. And again, shout out to the leader of
Cam's going to try to
making this game. That
make
teal
up
flag
positions.
being displayed.
We're likely going to see Sierra pit here.
The flag being displayed, Cam rather than drifting onto the front stretch. Drifting gonna pit.
Drifting gonna pit. Oh yeah, makes sense.
Sierra gonna lead us to the restart.
Is drifting stop going to be good enough to not lose too much time through the restart
Purple
zone?
flag. Green flag back in the air. Sierra with a beautiful start.
Awful start from Mebel. Already getting overtaken by Aiden Braswell. Cam's going to be looking as well. Cam maybe for a 2 for 1. It's going to be there. Does overtake Mebel. Now looking for Aiden Braswell. Aiden Braswell doesn't give him any room. Cam prevails otherwise. Takes second. In the lead is Sierra.
Yup, Sierra has been rapid this entire time. If we have a look at the last
And
lap.
oh, a spinner in the back. Big contact. Into the wall. It's going to be Blob Clob. Was
rapid this entire time. And look at
getting
the lead too. Yup, Sierra
he
has
take
been
the lead
rapid
before
this
the caution
entire
was
time.
out,
If we have a look at the last
and
lap.
oh, a spinner in the back. Myself to see if he did.
So
I
far-
believe he did.
So far, Cam being given the lead.
Yeah, Cam does have the lead. Oh, a spinner in the back. Yep.
And we're gonna go to our C Sports
Yup,
instant
Sierra has been
replay
rapid
booth.
this entire
But what
time.
happened to
If we
cause the
have a look at the
caution?
last
And
lap.
oh, a spinner in the Nasty back. hit for Big Blob, I believe contact. bumper lock. And yeah, just rough day. I believe that will be the day over for Blob. Nope, got there for a reset. They're in pit road right now. Big contact. And through this restart zone, I do not believe we will be restarting here since one of our drivers is in pit road at the moment. Yep. We go in the front stretch. 26 to go. And now Mortal that this race has reached its halfway points. Who do you have winning? Again, I'm personally leaning towards Drift. He has had that pit stop. Great break for him by having that caution.
Yep, teal flag is out, but I do believe it is going to be drifting. Like you said, amazing pit stop. He has the fuel. He has the tires. He might even have the push to pass.
Yeah, he does. He has a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. 175 seconds of push to pass still.
And just
But
for relative for the viewers, Jonah has 92, so lots of saving
I do
going
think
on.
that drifting can come back from this.
Yep, currently Cam at the point. Gonna restart here. Who's gonna pit? Likely gonna see Sierra and maybe Mebel come down pit road. They're around at the stage. Yep, they're both signaling they're gonna go to pit road.
No,
Oh my
Aiden Braswell
goodness.
stays out. Sierra does pit though.
Mebel
That
stays
doesn't
out
matter.
as well.
Cam's gonna lead us to the restart. Teal flag, rather purple flag in the air. Through the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Cam with a beautiful start. Aiden Braswell gonna keep Mebel behind. Same thing for Mebel with keeping Durser behind.
Beautiful first corner by Cam. He's gonna take off with this lead. Absolutely no issues.
That's Blanco, or rather that's Patrick Mahomes spinning behind them.
For the second time, just that will likely be a DNF.
He's back out as we head back to your C Sports instant replay booth.
Beautiful first corner by Cam. He's gonna take off with this lead. Oh my absolutely, God, yeah, big hit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, massive hit. We're gonna see if he does get DNF'd because we have seen a lot of track issues today. Maybe it will be deemed a track issue. That's why we have two DNFs or one DNF already. This will likely be our second.
And Patrick Mahomes is saying that he keeps flipping on the curb.
Yep, that will be a DNF for Patrick Mahomes. 2 cars out. 8 cars left.
And still at the point. BMW, meanwhile, winning the Rolex 6 hours of Sao Paulo in the World Endurance Championship. Winning the Rolex 6 hours of Sao Paulo. Big flag in the air. And with another beautiful start. As well, keeping Mebel behind.
Yeah, only 3 cars finished. We could see a repeat of that again today. Aiden Braswell looking for Cam, drifting. Gonna go back to him as he tries to get through the field. In this championship, battle continues. Mebel goes through pit road. expected pit stop, scheduled pit stop for the 11. Back up front, Aiden Braswell has been a player. Could they get a sneaky win here? Patrick Mahomes is not DNF. They are still driving. 9 cars on the track, 1 in pit, or 8 cars on the track, 1 in pit road. Durser, great restart past Aiden Braswell.
Looking around, Patrick Mahomes not quite going to get the move done this time.
No,
He's
I
still
think that,
looking, and yes, he
they have
is.
to run.
He has the run, definitely. 168 seconds of push to pass.
Oh, that's gonna.
Here comes Patrick Mahomes.
That was really clean by Patrick Mahomes too. Didn't cause any issues there. I was about to say that might have been a conduct warning for him, but great job by Patrick Mahomes for not wrecking, drifting the process. Is trying to make that move, but speak of the devil, put someone into the grass. Aiden Braswell. Oh! Trying to make that move.
Doing exactly that through the carousel, saves it.
Aiden Braswell and Durser, what a battle for second. Durser trying to get it through the Canada corner. Aiden Braswell once runs high. My bad, I cannot speak. The words are not coming out of my mouth. Cam taking off the big lead. Here comes Durser again. Cannot put it to the bumper though. Very close. Drifting in third. Durser through pit road. And the battle continues here from Road America.
Yep, drifting just has 2 more people in front of him. If he wants any chance of making it 5 in a row here. But
Yeah,
those
may have
2
a
in
chance.
front of him have been rapid this entire race. Before it looks like the streak is going to be broken. Oh, Aiden Braswell is starting to go a little bit wide as well.
That was a good corner. And yeah, already at the rear bumper of Cam. Great set of corners through the hurry downs. It's another overtake position at turn 8. Aiden Braswell does not try the risky move. Drifting, starting to gain on these leaders. If Aiden Braswell does contend Cam for the lead and slow him down, Drifting will come into the battle for the lead. 1 pit stop to remain at least for many of these drivers. Drifting having 2 pit stops already today. Still find themselves in third. Aiden Braswell using a little bit of push to pass through the kettle bottoms.
Drifting still saving his push to pass.
And caution.
Caution is out.
It's Patrick Mahomes. His day is over.
That's definitely what drifting needs, especially to catch up to these top 3.
And caution. Patrick Mahomes has just been a wreck magnet.
Again, going back to our instant replay.
Patrick Mahomes has just been a wreck magnet.
Again, going back to our
Yeah. And
Going to our
as
instant replay booth, sponsored by C Sports. We'll see what caused this crash.
oh yeah, no, that's fine. No replay booth for that one. Problems going to pit road. Durser and Mebel getting together. Big issues for them.
Patrick Mahomes again gonna keep it going.
I think, yeah. I don't know why he stopped if he could have drove it.
Patrick Mahomes again gonna keep it going.
Interesting. He's still alive, even though he's wrecked like 80 times.
Steel flag back out. These top 3 have been scrapping at it pretty much all day on both strategy and on the track.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. Can Cam break the streak?
Drifting and Cam are on the same strategy on field. Both of them. No. Cam has a primary tire. Drifting is an alternate. Drifting wants to pit first. No. Cam has a primary tire. Drifting is an alternate. Drifting wants to pit first. Yeah, with the amount of cautions we've had today, I just play it safe in pits. Exactly where you're comfortable with. You're likely going to gain all that track position back from yellow flags. And a pit stop here doesn't even, makes you lose about 20, 25 seconds at most. Maybe 30 if you're pitting with full fuel and all tires. Maybe some aero adjustments as well. But yeah. Mortal, anything to say here? Lots of cautions today. What do you think has been causing that?
Definitely people not paying attention and losing focus, especially into the carousel.
Yep, a lot of our wrecks have actually been on Moraine sweep as well. I think there is a big bump in the track to the outside there, actually inside. Outside for turn 3, inside for turn 5.
Not what you need in a track, especially if you're trying to fight for a win, like Cam, Aiden Braswell, and Drifting are trying to do.
And this carousel's been dangerous. Drifting there in third has spun many times through the corner we are on now. Aiden Braswell may be a sneaky pick to win it. All three, top 3 cars in the same field strategy.
Going to be displayed now. Yep. Going to the green flag.
Yeah, bad reaction time by Aiden Braswell. Cam gets off the best.
Yep, Drifting looking on Aiden Braswell, like you said. This could be the move to seal the deal here.
Aiden Braswell goes wide. Will be asked to let off. Mebel right there. No, that's going to be Joe Nat in fourth. Lots of action in the back. We're just going to look at the front as the 2 championship contenders, P1, P2, through the front straight.
Yep, Cam definitely needs to keep Drifting behind before he pits. Drifting needs to increase that gap before he pits if he wants any chance of making this 5 in a row.
Another 2 track limits warnings in a row likely coming for Drifting. Blew through turns 1, 2, and 3. We're the Moraine sweep now. Will he have a run at Cam? Aiden Braswell in the mix.
I'm gonna slightly keep the light the brakes up, if you will. But he's gonna lose.
And oh, we have a big spinner in the back. Sierra into the inside wall of turn 6. They will likely be able to get it to pit road if they're careful. We'll see if they call the caution, but they're really slow. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Back to the front, Drifting, taking it side by side with Cam. To the left, right, left. I'm sorry, Immortal. Yeah, you can go.
Drifting, looking to that inside, not gonna find it, but looking to the inside now. Doesn't have the momentum at the moment. Yes, he does. Close between these two, nearing the final turn. Drifting, gonna force Cam wide.
Cam does keep it together. Still 2 wide. Championship contenders down the front stretch. Aiden Braswell also P3, waiting for an opportunity to pounce. Cam gets the edge over Drifting through the front straightaway. Cam keeps it on the track. We'll see what Drifting does here. Gets a great corner. Takes the lead from Cam. Cam's going to get an extra set of draft there, maybe. No, they're just going to be neck and neck. Aiden Braswell still hanging behind, waiting for them to wreck each other. And Sierra Cam.
Drifting with the switchback, rather. Drifting to the inside. Gonna get the move done. Sails past Cam. Cam runs wide thanks to Aiden Braswell.
Cam just got coughed up by both of them, and there's the driver wrecked. We'll see if they call the caution. I think they will. They have not been able to move. Yep, yeah, Sierra.
Definitely going to call the caution if something happens. So far, nothing has. Everybody's avoided Sierra.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, there it is. Not what Drifting needed. He needed that green flag run, definitely.
They're probably just going to be allowed to reset. I'm not sure if they have time to bring it all the way around the pit road. They'll run us like 3 laps under a yellow flag.
If Cam pits, Drifting, I think, has this race. Well, if Cam and Aiden both pit.
Only driver who pits is Durser.
Take that.
Durser trying to flip the strategy a little bit. See him pit 2 times in a very short amount of time. You can see they still have 91% tire life left. 4,000 milliliters of fuel.
Drifting at 3,600 milliliters of fuel with 80% of their tire life left.
Blob Clob into pit road.
Drifting at 3,600 milliliters of fuel with 80% of their tire life left.
I'm not sure what they're doing now, but
Durser made a mistake. And going before their pit had finished.
Yeah. I believe if Cam does not win today, if we can go to our points graphic real quick, if Cam doesn't win today, then their championship hopes might as well be over. -5 to drifting. If drifting gets 5 in a row today, Cam only has one more road course, their best type of track to catch up, and then you have Drift's Masterpiece Ovals in Nashville Super Speedway next weekend. And it's just not looking good for Cam if they're not able to hold this lead. Yep, Lena Fontana. Most of those last 4 finishing positions of first were on ovals. One of them was Detroit. So
It'll be interesting to see if Drift, with 19 laps to go, can keep Cam behind.
yeah, all this is assuming both of them even show up these next 2 races. Of course, something can happen and either one of them can easily take the edge. One race miss for either of these drivers would let the other driver win.
See a flag being displayed going into turns, I believe, 5 and 6 or 6 and 7. Correct me there. But that was running wide too. Where's Joan at? A little bit. Again, just not what those Lapo Global cars need. But that was running wide too.
Yeah, it's been a tough day for these Lapo Global cars. Tough day as well for Sierra and the Pub King in those brother-built renovations Indy cars. Back up to the front, Drift will control it.
Drifting in that number 31, Drifting Designs Indycar to the purple flag. Coming up to the green flag back in the air. Drifting gets a beautiful start. Aiden Braswell starting to challenge Cam behind. We do have a car into the wall. I believe that was Jonat.
That is the Jonat, 3 wide back there, and this is where the trouble happens. Durser, oh my goodness, a huge hit. We're gonna see another yellow. Massive debris everywhere. That was the most violent hit we've seen today. Going to a replay is the Jonat, 3 wide back there. And this is where the trouble happens.
So does Jonat. Aiden Braswell does the same. Patrick Mahomes is in. Melville is in. Durser gonna be forced to come in.
Guess everybody's just gonna take a pit stop besides Pug King? Yeah, Pug King.
Oh, that's Sierra.
Oh yeah, Sierra, my bad. Guess everybody's just gonna take a pit stop besides.
Question is, can Drifting get out before Cam? Lob Cobb gonna get out before both of them, and no! Cam with the better exit from his pit stall.
Great work by that team for getting that pit stop done so quickly. They're still in the primary tire. Back full tank of fuel. Drifting there right behind on the alternate tire still. I think the alternate tire does give you a little extra grip and turn through these corners. Primary is made for durability and lifetime. Alternate's more for that short run pace. And, that's just a technical error by Cam.
They're gonna be able to keep it going the right way too. And again, this being the second part of this condensed schedule, unlike normal races where we have qualifying on Saturdays rather at 2:25 p.m. Eastern. The qualifying came just a few minutes before the race.
Yep, and I think that's making some of these drivers more fatigued. You had an Indy Next race that was really long for Indy Next race, many cautions before this, and then you go straight into qualifying into this long 50-lap race with a ton of cautions as well. A driver like Mebel has been through it all, is going to try to prevail here. They're in the back. Again, have had a pretty rough day. And they squeezed out a few extra points to finish with a podium.
Going to be out now as well.
Yep.
You're going to lead them to the restart. Out entering the carousel.
Sierra's had a pretty decent day. Not a standout driver like Sierra, or not a standout driver like Cam or Drifting or Aiden Braswell, but they have done good. Coming to this restart zone, they do get the advantage.
The purple flag now going to be flying. Now it's the green. Now green flag back in the air. Sierra, beautiful start. We've seen
Yeah.
that the entire time from every single car in the lead. Drifting, we've seen that from Sierra just now, and we've seen that from Cam.
Yep, lots of bumping and banging in the back, drifting. Just claws his way out of that battle. Gonna go side by side with Cam. Both of them trying to get past Blob Clob, who pulls it into pit road, making his first, no, just another stop. I'm not sure why, but we'll see if that strategy pays off.
Up Cam to the point.
Oh, drifting around, gonna lose a tire. That's detrimental to his race. He's gonna fly out of the track. This will likely bring out another yellow. He cannot bring it all the way around. He's gonna take a reset then. Oh,
Definitely not what he needed with 17 to go. No
this car's
caution.
going nowhere.
No caution out as Cam might take the lead.
Stop, I'm not sure why.
Going
Yeah,
to
looking,
our
but
replay
we'll see if
booth
that strategy
sponsored
pays
by
off.
C Sports. It's unfortunate what happened to him.
Oh, drift
is loose. Sends it, and caution is now out.
Yeah, and right there, Cam is gonna have to let Sierra get that spot. Sierra scored the leader. And what a caution fest this has been. You usually expect to see this on ovals, I feel like, not on these road courses where it feels supposed to be a little more spread out, but that's not been the case at all.
It really has.
Dude, in the back, drifting, and a bunch of drivers just wrecked in the morning sweep. I'm confused why that even happened, but drifting is allowed to be given his sole and only free reset. We'll be restarting on the front stretch. Sierra does have to pit. Cam, much more fuel and tire life in that number 15 Indycar. Indycar in third. On Cam's strategy, drifting on both of their strategies, but now to the back after a wreck. Jonat now might be in contention.
So we might have a restart. Yeah, we're definitely having a restart into the final. This is the front stretch. Oh. Sierra at the point. Sierra gonna lead this field to the restart zone, up the hill, through the overpass, through the restart zone. Purple flag in the air. Green flag in the air. Sierra with another beautiful start over Cam and Aiden Braswell.
Drift is going to be driving with fire in his eyes now, trying to claw his way back up through this field. He's gone unlucky. Cam and Aiden Braswell trying to contend Sierra for this. Oh, big punt from Aiden Braswell given to Cam. That's going to slow all of them down. Cam actually still in reach of Sierra.
They're going to get past Blobcat as well. Blob Cobb, rather. Looking now on Durser. Late braking.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's a driver around. I believe, yeah, that's Aiden Braswell.
Tough for him, but
they're not going to be happy with that.
Field is so jumbled up on these restarts. That's the reason we've been seeing so many yellows. Durser running wide. He's going to get a track limits warning. Back up front, Cam looking for Sierra. Is going to spin through the gravel.
Donut also goes wide, going to give the position to Drifting, rather. Drifting, now again looking on Durser, who did pass that Lapo Global car of Jonat.
Drifting making a charge to the lead. I think Drifting clinches the championship with either a win here or a win next weekend, assuming he wins here as well. It's going to be tough to decipher that. Cam getting forced by Sierra there a little further to the inside of the race. Cam did get that spot. Durser in reach.
15 laps to go here. And if you're drifting, you're definitely going to start to be running out of time. So you need to make something happen.
All these cars are really close together. Drifting is in reach of Cam by around like 5 car lengths. in the middle is Durser and Sierra. Durser gonna have a run at Cam here. He's stuck on the outside in the corner. You really want to be on the inside. In the middle is Durser drifting there, giving a bump to Sierra. Durser overshoots the corner while to give up all those spots.
Drifting just 2 places away from a 5-race win streak.
Yeah,
He
and
needs
make it
to do so
one.
in 15 laps.
And you might be able to make it 1 here. Drifting, catching up a lot to Sierra. Has a better car, has a faster pace. Cam has the fastest pace out of any car on the racetrack, I do believe. Gotten themselves out of a few sticky situations so far, but they've been getting really lucky as well. Lots of drivers lap down.
Definitely only the top 4 on the lead lap here. Sierra to defend from drifting. And I do so into turn number 1.
Yep, ticker is inaccurate.
Goes wide, drifting up to 2nd. Now only 1 person stands between him and 5 in a row. His championship rival of Cam. Drifting gonna overshoot. That's gonna let Sierra come back. Drifting has the inside though. But he's gonna keep it. Durser now looking to get past Sierra. Durser gonna do so, forces Sierra wide, but Sierra's gonna take it back actually. Not something you'd expect from Sierra, having been run wide. But alas, drifting just 3 seconds behind Cam at the last check. Oh, what? No, that's inaccurate. Never mind. Had a few car lengths behind, rather. Yeah. So, Cam into the final turn. He's gonna look to defend his position by any means necessary. Drifting, looking to get past that number 15 machine. The guy who he has been battling this entire race. From race start to now. 13 to go here. That I need to pick it up here. A creator did unfortunately have to go, so I'll try my best to cover everything, but I'm not going to guarantee I can. Drifting just 9/10 behind Cam. It's been rapid all day. Has had the pace to keep Beckett to keep himself in the battle for the lead. Cam. It's a better run out of the carousels to that kettle bottom and the king. Cam. It's a better run out. Cam. Looking to keep drifting behind. Drifting to the inside. Drifting about to get the move done before drifting gets Cam rather gets the inside. Drifting now has the inside going into the final turn, but Cam has the momentum. Even forcing drifting wide a little bit. They keep making contact with each other. Drifting gonna have to settle for 2nd with 12 to go. So drifting has to rally another response. Just waiting for the most opportune time as Cam does run wide a little bit. That might cost him a little bit of time to drifting. Drifting was 7/100ths of a second behind. That's gonna be closer now. Drifting, beautiful exit. Drifting has the inside line to the lead, but Cam has that inside line. Only for a second Cam had the inside line, or rather Drifting had the inside line. Drifting into the carousel, looking for a switchback. Doesn't have the momentum to get that done. But Cam's gonna run wide. That's gonna let Drifting come back with the kinks, giving Drifting the inside line. Drifting gonna force Cam a little off track. I'm gonna take advantage of drifting, giving it back. Drifting saw that that was a dirty move, was like, I don't need that. Into the right hand. And goes a little bit wide onto the front stretch, but ultimately it's gonna be a race. 148 seconds of press to pass for Drifting Flames. Cam. I'm being told in my ear, Cam has 78 seconds of push to pass left. Cam looking to keep every second of that. Might even try to spin some to keep Drifting behind him. 148 seconds of press to pass for Drifting. Push to pass. I think I said press to pass. Anyways, Drifting coming out of the four-lane sweep into turns 5, 6, and 7 down to hurry downs. Looking to make a move done, not going to be able to do so, but into the carousel. Drifting gonna have an opportunity. Cam manages to stay ahead. Drifting has had the momentum this entire race. 11 to go. I think Cam might have sealed the deal, but 11 to go does not mean that this is the end of the race, as here comes Drifting. Almost. Cam running wide. That's gonna cost a Cam some time. Drifting getting into the draft. Still keeping Drifting behind in that number 31 Drift Designs Racing Indycar. I cannot talk today. Anyways, Cam looking for the move on right in the draft. Coming up to the next overtaking, moves to the outside, forcing Cam to go wide, and Cam does. Drifting gonna take the lead, forcing Cam into a mistake. Drifting take the lead.
And that is what Drifting do best, waiting for the mistake of his opponent and then gonna pound.
Into the carousel. Cam looking to mount any response possible. 10 to go here. He does have time. If I'm Cam, I'm gonna try to be patient, but Cam's not gonna do so.
We're going truly to the bottom.
Drifting, Cam had the inside. Cam back to the point for a moment. Drifting gonna get the switchback done. Switchback from Drifting. That's gonna give him the point for a moment. But Cam coming back, keeping the lead rather. 9 laps to go, lap 42 of this race. Little bit of smoke coming from the back of, I believe that was Cam's vehicle. Cursor further back, gonna move up and fifth. Aiden Breswell. Aiden Breswell into the pits, if I'm not mistaken. Aiden Breswell losing positions to Cursor and Mebel. But Drifting looking to the inside. Sails past, but Cam has a response. But Drifting has the inside coming out of what's that corner? Hurry downs. Drifting has the inside coming out of into the carousel. Cam little bit wide. Gonna keep the lead. Cam has just been rapid into the Kettle Bottoms, into Canada corner, into the 14th and last turn of this circuit. Cam has been absolutely rapid all day, but Drifting has as well. 8 to go. Here in this race, Patrick Mahomes into the pit lane. He's gonna go a lap down. First time we've been saying that this race. Well, the first time we've said that this race. Cam goes a little bit wide, as does Drifting. Either of them gonna lose much time to the other person.
We still have 148 seconds left.
And now I'm joined by the ultimate surfer. Surfer, how's it going? As we get into the 8 laps to go here.
It's going pretty good.
Cam has been rapid all day, drifting. You less than a car length behind
Going pretty good.
to the outside. Through the carousel. Looking for the switchback, goes to the inside, sails past Cam. But Cam not gonna let him sail far. Cam a little bit wide off of that curb into the bottoms and Canada corner. Cam gonna start to lose ground. Drifting Flames back to the point, but that's not gonna be for long. Bump, run. You don't see that here in IndyCar or on road courses, but it was done by Cam, who finds his way to the point here.
That was a great move right there.
Yep, drifting needs any massive mistake from Cam. But Cam has been racing pretty consistently. Goes wide, gonna keep it clean to the point. As somebody left, not sure who. I believe that was Creator. Left the commentary booth. Cam running wide. Gonna give some time to drifting. Drifting to the rear. Not gonna have the momentum this time. We've been covering this battle for a while now.
Coming through the speedway sign into the carousel.
Not gonna have the momentum this time. Drifting, looking for another moment. Goes a little bit wide, loses just a little bit of time. Not gonna cost him much. Drifting, he's looking for another moment. Goes a little bit wide, loses just a little bit of time. Looking for any way past Cam. He's gonna find it here. Drifting to the point.
Into turn 14.
Drifting gonna keep that position to the point into turn 14. Out of turn 14. Onto the final part of the track. Restart zone. That position into the crossing the line. Drifting, falling behind Cam again, but so far being scored as the leader. Obviously not the leader at the moment. So close between these two. Needs any mistake from Cam. Don't think he's gonna find it with 6 to go. And Surfer, your thoughts so far on this battle?
So, I mean, drifting has the momentum. It's just about the strategy and being careful not to get onto the edges of the track because that will slow you down a ton.
Nope, drifting, as I'm being told in my ear, having 135 seconds to push to pass. And I'm gonna force him wide. Goes wide himself. Gonna let drifting through. Drifting back to the point, but here comes Cam.
It is a very close battle between these two. They are not letting up at any.
Definitely gonna continue into the next 2 races. But Cam now looking for the move on drifting up onto the front stretch. Gonna get it. But Cam back to the lead, has been in the lead for a majority of this race, but drifting has been fighting the last part of this race. 2,700 milliliters rather of fuel to go. For drifting, gonna make contact. More contact, 5 to go here. Drifting, going to look for anything to get past that number 15.
Oh, drifting makes contact to the back of Cam. Drifting into the gravel, almost losing it.
He goes wide. Cam does too. That lets drifting pass. But Cam is right there behind him still. It's been like this the entire way. Both of them go wide. Cam loses even more time. Now he's going to be looking to get that back. Looks like
Drifting
he's
now
gonna
takes
here.
point. Cam is closing in behind him though.
Oh, massive mistake from Cam.
Now takes
Cam
is
spinning,
closing in
coming into
behind
turns
him,
13. Now they're turns 12 and 13. Drifting wins that battle. Question is, can he make it 5 in a row, or does drifting, or rather Cam have the momentum? Rebel into the pit lane. Gonna wait for the leading two to get out before coming back onto the track. But drifting needs to keep it going here. No mistakes from drifting can be afforded if he wants any chance of making it 5 wins in a row.
Yeah, I think drifting can definitely win the race. It's just about just being so careful on these edges of the track because he just gets so close to losing it every time he gets onto the edge.
Sierra in third, meanwhile, looking to keep their spot from Aiden Braswell. So far, going pretty good. There's 4 to go here. 25 seconds and 16 seconds, Sierra and Aiden. But going back to your race leader, it's Drifting Flames after a huge mistake from Cam. It's him 6.5 seconds back. That's exactly what Drifting needed in that number 31, Drifting Designs Indycar. 4 to go. 3 to go, rather. I think my prediction is right. Drifting gonna make it 5 in a row. But that only depends if Cam can capitalize on any mistakes. I'm gaining half a second almost to Drifting.
I mean, drifting has had a major comeback since he spun a little earlier in the race.
Yeah. Yep, Drifting keeping his lead over Cam by 6.05 seconds. About a turn separates the two of them. 6.05 seconds. Again, Drifting just needs the pace. Keep him going. Doesn't need any mistakes. Cam does run a little bit wide further back. Going into the carousel, Drifting coming out of the carousel onto the kink and kettle bottoms. Does run a little bit wide further back. At number 31 car, looking to do anything in his power to keep Cam behind. Looking to do anything in his power to keep Cam behind. Drifting Flames, your race leader, by 6 seconds, but that gap definitely is going to come down here. Cam over the hill now. 3.8 seconds between Drifting and Cam. Cam with a comeback drive after that mistake. Put him 6.5 back. But there's still 2 laps to go in this race, so anything can happen. A little bit further back, Jonat looking on Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes running wide. Jonat looking to take advantage. Doesn't have the momentum at the moment, but definitely coming out of the carousel. That might change. Durser onto the front stretch into turn 1. He is just 33 seconds behind Drifting. Not even 10 seconds behind Aiden. That battle for 4th could develop here. But it's been Drifting Flames for the latter stages of the race, keeping Cam behind him the best he can. Any caution now would ruin Drifting Flames' race, as does that little bump. He does keep it going the right way. There is debris on the track, but I'm pretty sure it's out of the way of everybody's. Cam hits another.
So as we were being told, Patrick is 1 lap down, but Drifting about losing it.
Double crossover round.
Patrick is 1 lap down.
Final lap, sponsored by C Sports. Drifting Flames definitely has been fast all day, but Cam just in his field of view. Cam showing his pace in the last part of this race. Drifting has to do anything in his power to keep Cam behind. Cam looks like he might be able to take advantage here. But into the carousel. Coming out of that into the King and Kettle Bottoms. Into Canada corner. Only a
Any
few
more mistakes would cost Drifting his lead.
Definitely. 2.5 seconds separates the two of them. 18.8 seconds from Drifting to Sierra. Nothing is going to help Drifting more than keeping the pace. But through the final turn, Drifting going to come up the hill to the restart zone. Drifting Flames makes it 5 in a row. What a race from Drifting, and what a comeback also from that P2.
Yeah, Cam fought hard on those final laps. After he spun, he just couldn't get back up there to do anything about it.
And if you start to look to that latest winner graphic, next week you're going to see 5 P1 results out of the last 5 races for Drifting Flames. Next week you're going to see 5. And as we see on the schedule, it's going to be a roval, not a roval. It's going to be an oval. That oval, the Nashville Super Speedway, definitely going to be in Drifting Flames' favor.
Yeah, Drifting has done good on ovals from what we have seen in the past.
Absolutely, as we're about to get some interviews underway. Just waiting for the rest of the field to finish. Again, Drifting Flames makes it 5 in a row for the number 31. The number 31 Drifting Designs Indycar. Aiden Braswell pulling it into pit road. Same thing with Melville. Same thing Sierra. It's Patrick Mahomes on the inside of the front stretch. And as putting this out, Cam sets the overall fastest lap, with Drifting just about 8/100ths of a second behind. Aiden Braswell has to go, but Drifting Flames going to definitely appreciate that. Drifting Flames going to definitely. And I will go ahead and collect our interviewees.
So as we wait, we do not know about the final points graphic yet, or no? Okay, so we do not know yet, but I'm sure that Drifting has extended his points lead more than 5. I'm sure that Drifting has extended his points lead more than 5. All right. So our interviewees are now collecting into the booth. All right. So our interviewees are now collecting into the booth.
Hello. Hello. All right. Well, is Immortal gonna? Oh yeah, Immortal's here. All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys go ahead with your interviews.
All right. So if we are ready to start, I'm guessing have not heard anything from Immortal yet. So if we are ready to start,
That was
Yes, we are. I have not heard anything from Immortal yet. That was
all right. I guess I could get us started off, huh?
All right, that's fine.
All right. Well, quite a
I guess I could get us started
a
off.
difficult race for me as a steward. This is the most penalties I've had to record, I think, since Long Beach. Everybody besides Matt, Drift, and Cam have received a penalty, and Matt and Drift and Cam were all one away from getting a track limits penalty. But still, congratulations to them. They're the top three. They got a very well deserved podium finish. And I guess we'll start from the bottom. And the bottom, that being, uh, of course, Delta. He finished P3 today. That's his first podium of the season, if my graphic is correct. Let me just double check here, just so I don't jinx him. All right, let me see. Yeah, that is his first podium of the season. That's actually only his second finish since Gateway. So his first ever finish of a race was P8 in Gateway, and ever since then he's had two DNSs and four DNFs. So how do you feel? This is your first podium, your best performance ever in an IndyCar? Not your best performance in overall racing, because we know that you're very strong in the NXT cars. But what do you think? What do you take away from this round? Do you think you could maybe keep the ball rolling?
Um, I mean, I do feel very happy that I've gotten, P3 here at Road of America. But with keeping the ball rolling of making this happen over and over again, I feel like isn't going to be as strong of a chance because my team has really gone downhill. But we're still working on stuff to hopefully make it better for next season and whatnot. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy that I've gotten P3 here at Road of America. Probably one of my greatest performances ever.
Yeah, I mean, great result. How I don't know if to say that it was an unexpected result. You were in the mid to back of the grid the entire race, but the end there, you were able to capitalize on just being clean for most of the event, and just you did have good pace compared to other drivers. We saw that in qualifying and in warm-ups. You had some very strong laps, and you just were able to convert it. And what are your what are your thoughts on the race overall, and what do you have to say to the possibly other drivers or the viewers?
To be honest, for the race overall, it was really chaotic. Caution after caution, and having to avoid drivers back and forth. And I apologize. What were some of the, or there was something else you asked me.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, what do you want to say to like possibly the other drivers or just in general? What do you want to say to the viewers after that race? What do you? I guess what are your thoughts?
Yeah. To the drivers, please just try and keep it as clean as you can. I know that, it's a hard thing to do, especially going around turns and, with controlling an IndyCar overall. And to the viewers, all of us drivers, we really appreciate everyone for joining in and watching all of us battle each other for a podium spot. And for viewers who have been here since the first race, I want to thank them a lot because, they've been here through the whole thing of countless races.
Mhm. All right. Well, thank you. Congratulations on your podium. I hope you're going to be. I hope you're going to enjoy that. I mean, I remember in like GT3s. When I got that first, I guess you can compare it to a first win because it is a small victory for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you got on the podium, you can stand up there, and it's the same as your first win in a tough race or a series. You know, it keeps you going. It kind of makes it the previous maybe bad results or anything really just less hurt less in those regards. Well, congratulations again. I'm gonna say that over and over again, and I hope you could have a really strong run here now at the end of the season, considering the people in front of you are within hands reach. Honestly,
All right.
are
Thank
within
you.
hands reach. Yeah. All right, and up next we're going to have our winner, I believe. I'm not sure if Cam's going to be joining us. Yeah, no, Cam is declining to go up for an interview, unfortunately. And I guess, yeah, straight to Drift. So, Drift, what do you have to say about that race? I mean, you had a pretty tough battle there at some point with Cam. You were really going neck and neck for that entire last, what would you say, like 20 laps? Was that 20 laps of the race?
18.
18? Yeah, so pretty much the last 20 laps of the race. And what do you think? I mean, you're just able to close out this last part of the season. 5 wins from the halfway point exactly from Detroit. You've just been winning, winning, winning. Uh, People had Cam as a favorite for this race, as we've had just three road courses, sorry, 3 ovals in a row, and that was kind of the thing that they're pointing to. Oh, well, it's a oval, so Drift is going to be at the same level. But I think this win at a road course where Cam was so strong all race, I think, does that prove to you that you are just the overall at the moment the better driver?
Honestly, not really. I feel like I still have a long way to go until I declare myself as the better driver. Like, just ending the championship right then and there. But yeah, I wouldn't declare myself as the better driver yet. Cam
That
was fine,
is
though.
Yeah, that was an incredible fight to watch. I wasn't able to keep an eye on it a whole way to the finish because I was watching a few of the other guys. There was a few scraps going on too. But what do you have to say about your race? I mean, you two were able to keep your nose clean. I know you actually gave yourself a drive-through penalty. Can you actually talk us through why you did that and why do you think that
Well,
was the right thing to do?
so I'm pretty sure it was like lap 20 where Puck was in second. I was trying to catch up to Cam, which he was in the lead. In turn one, I accidentally punted him, like I tapped him, and it sent him into the wall, and he got damaged off of that. I felt bad, so I just gave myself a drive-through penalty because I felt like that was worthy of it.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, that was something that could have flipped your race upside down. A lot of cautions though, so it was a bit of kind of a toss in the air with a lot of the penalties that were being served. I think if I double check here in a second, um, would you guys like to know who has the most penalties?
I guess most penalties.
It is Meb, which at this point I believe we could give him a disqualification, but he has 13 contact penalty points, 14 track limits violations. He has 2 drive-through penalties and 2 stop and go penalties, which is the 2 stop and go penalties are together already over a minute worth of just sitting still. So that's pretty incredible. Yeah. I mean, what do you have to say? I mean, to your rival mainly there, you did bang wheels, but it was actually very clean. You were kind of going side to side. You were able to keep it out of each other most of the time, and just give each other the respect on track that's I think deserved between 2 championship rivals. And what do you have to say to Cam? What do you have to say about this last stretch, these final 2 races of the season?
Oh, I really don't have to say anything to Cam. He already knows that we're just gonna continue battling here for the championship. But I didn't really mind the most. He was just trying to do what he had to do.
Yep. He did. What do you think? What do you think about your pace throughout the race, actually? Because you were not running away with it with Cam for the entire duration of the race, but you were able to turn it up at the end there with actually worse tires, but a lot better push to pass. what do you think kind of turned your race around? I don't know where to say pace wise, strategy wise. Like, what do you think gave you that opportunity to win?
I was trying to lay it back. I was trying to like lay back for like most of the race. I didn't really want to like push out on the start until it like got to like 20 to go, and I was like, okay, we actually got to do something here.
Yep, and that's when you started battling with him, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that congratulations to you. That is the longest winning streak in EDRS history. That is 5 now wins in a row. Well, actually, you just broke your own record technically, considering the previous longest streak was actually only 1. So you're able to continue that domination. I mean, just keeping it going, and you now have a 7-race podium streak, and a 5-race win streak. And why do you? I mean, it's honestly incredible how you've been able to come back in the championship. You're now sitting 6 points apart from Cam. You're sitting at 136. He's sitting at 130 flat, and I mean, what do you have to? Well, like, what do you? How do you, okay, this is the right way to say it. How do you prepare your mindset for coming into these next 2 rounds?
I guess just survive. Honestly, that's really it. I don't really want to try to win anymore.
All right. Well, I guess the last question for today, because I did bombard you with a lot of different questions. What were those last few laps like when Cam went from a very large gap after that mistake he made? I would say what roughly like a 7 to 8 second gap after that mistake. 6, I think it's 6 second gap. Yeah, it was a 6.5 second gap after he made that mistake, and then it went down to a very, very close margin. Let me just double check it again. Yeah, very close margin. 2 point. Yeah, 2.5 seconds, and then over the line it was even smaller. Unfortunately, the kicker didn't show that, but it was visibly smaller. So, I mean, what was your mind? What was going through your mind in those last few laps when you realized he's breaking back 4 seconds a lap?
Well, I just kind of expected it to happen because my tires were at the brink of its limit. I was trying to push everything out of the car I had. Once Cam had left, I tried to conserve it so I didn't spin out as easily as I used to. Like, I was trying to save the car for like the entirety of the time. I was trying to save a Cam. I was holding back on some of the corners.
Yeah, and we were watching you. I mean, you were just trying to avoid any little bumps or anything that could cause you to make a mistake. But that pressure, I think that is a very difficult thing to do sometimes. Not to go slowly, of course, but to kind of back off of it in the right moment, if you know what I mean. I know I've had to do that a few times in a race where you want to race other people or you want to just keep pushing, but it is the better option to back off and just consolidate to the finish line and just get it over, because, well, it's not worth the pushing the line anyway. Congratulations, and we'll see you in Nashville. The infamous little bump there out of turn 4. Do you think that's going to catch anyone out?
Probably.
All right. Well, you heard it here from our championship leader, Drifting Flames, and that is it for today. Thank you all for sitting and watching with us this very exciting and long race. And we'll see you guys on the following round at Nashville Motor Speedway. And we'll see you guys on the following round.
This telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or re-uploaded in any form without giving explicit credit to C Media, the featured properties under its C
Alrighty.
Sports division, and
They
the
can't hear us
sanctioning
anymore,
bodies
right?
featured in this presentation.